The broken treaty, the stars shimmered quietly in the vast black sky. But peace was not present in the heart of Earth's leaders. For centuries, Earth had been protected by a treaty. The Galactic Empire had agreed never to enter Earth's space. This law was sacred. It kept the galaxy balanced and Earth safe. But now, something was wrong. Deep inside Earth's Space Command Center, Commander James stared at the big screen. His eyes were wide with shock. The sensors had picked up something impossible. A fleet of Empire warships was breaking through the treaty. They were moving fast, coming closer to Earth without any warning. "Sir, the Empire is violating the treaty," said a young officer nervously. "They are heading straight for Earth's gates." James took a deep breath. This can't be happening. The Empire knows the rules. Why would they break the law now? The room was tense. Earth's top leaders were quickly called for an emergency meeting. The news spread fast. The Galactic Council had always respected Earth's sovereignty, but the Empire's sudden action raised fears of war. At the council chamber, Earth's President, Maya Thompson, stood tall and calm. She was known for her wisdom and courage. "We cannot allow the Empire to break the treaty without consequences," she said firmly. "Earth's gates must be closed immediately. No ship will enter or leave until we know the Empire's true intentions." The decision was unanimous. The great doors that guarded Earth's space, huge energy barriers known as the gates, began to close. No one could enter or leave. It was a powerful message. Earth would not be bullied. Meanwhile, in the dark halls of the Empire's flagship, Admiral Korak looked at the star map. His face was cold and serious. "The treaty is old and weak," he said. "Earth hides many secrets. We must take what we need, no matter the cost." His officers nodded in agreement. The Empire was tired of Earth's silence. It wanted power, resources, and control. Breaking the treaty was their first step. Back on Earth, the news caused fear and anger among the people. Citizens watched the skies, wondering what the Empire wanted. Some hoped for peace, others prepared for war. In a quiet room, an Earth diplomat named Sarah was preparing for the most important mission of her life. She was chosen to meet the Empire's envoys. Her job was to negotiate, to stop the Empire before blood was spilled. Sarah felt the weight of the galaxy on her shoulders. "If I fail, Earth may face destruction," she whispered to herself. The story took a sudden turn when Sarah received a secret message. It said the Empire planned to attack Earth's outer colonies if negotiations failed. The stakes were higher than ever. That night, Sarah stood on the rooftop, looking at the stars. She hoped the treaty could still hold. But deep inside, she knew the Empire's actions had changed everything. The tension built. Would Earth's strength be enough to stop the Empire? Could Sarah find a way to keep peace? As the first part ended, a mysterious signal blinked on the control panel. The Empire's fleet was just hours away. The fate of Earth hung in the balance. Asterisk. Earth's last warning. The Empire's warships advanced steadily through space. Earth's gates remained closed, shining with bright energy that no ship could pass. Inside the command center, Commander James watched every move closely. "We have minutes before the Empire reaches the outer defense line," James said, his voice steady but urgent. "All battle stations, prepare for possible attack." Earth's people were not ready to surrender. For years, scientists had built secret defenses, hidden from the eyes of the galaxy. Among these was an advanced shield system, stronger than any before. In the Great Hall, President Maya gave a strong message. "We want peace," she said, "but we will defend our home. The Empire must retreat before it is too late." A message was sent to the Empire's flagship. It was Earth's last warning. Leave now or face full resistance. Far away, Admiral Korak read the message with a sneer. "They think a few shields and gates can stop us? We will take what we want. Send the sea. Demand for resources. If they refuse, we make war. Back on Earth, the atmosphere was tense. People packed supplies and prepared for the worst. Families held each other, hoping the war could be avoided. Sarah, the diplomat, felt trapped between hope and fear. She prepared her speech to the Empire's envoys, words of peace and warning. But deep inside, she feared the Empire would not listen. Suddenly, a small ship landed secretly on Earth's surface. It carried a message from a hidden source within the Empire itself, someone who did not want war. The message was clear. The Empire's council is divided. Some fear war. They want a peaceful solution. Use this chance. Sarah took the message carefully. This was her only hope to stop the coming storm. But time was short. The Empire's warships closed in, engines roaring. Like thunder in space. Earth's defense fleet moved out, ready to protect their home. The battle was about to begin, but no one knew who would fire the first shot. As Part 2 ends, a flash of light appears on the horizon. An unknown ship emerges between Earth and the Empire's fleet. Who is this stranger? Friend or foe? The mystery deepens. The fate of Earth and the galaxy hangs in the balance. Asterisk. The siege begins. The unknown ship glided silently through space, its dark hull reflecting the stars. Both Earth's fleet and the Empire's forces paused, unsure of the stranger's intentions. Commander James stared at the screen. It's not one of ours. And not Empire either, he said, voice tense. What is it doing here? President Maya leaned forward, eyes sharp. Could it be a spy or a new enemy? The ship transmitted a message, clear and calm. I am. A messenger from the outer colonies. The Empire has lied. They plan to use this war to hide a greater secret. Shock rippled through the room. The outer colonies had always been loyal to Earth, but rarely spoke openly. Sarah listened carefully. This could be the break she needed to stop the war. Meanwhile, the Empire's Admiral Korak clenched his fists. We will not be stopped by strangers or lies. Begin the siege. Break their defenses. The Empire's fleet moved quickly, launching a massive attack on Earth's outer shields. Explosions lit the darkness of space as energy beams met powerful Earth shields. Earth's fleet fought back with courage. Fighters darted through enemy lines, pilots risking everything to protect their home. But the Empire's numbers were overwhelming. In the heat of battle, Sarah boarded a diplomatic shuttle. She needed to reach the Empire's flagship for talks before it was too late. As she approached the enemy ship, alarms blared. The Empire was ready to refuse peace. Inside the flagship, a council met in secret. Some leaders wanted war. Others feared destruction. The Empire was divided. Sarah's heart pounded. She had one chance to change their minds. Suddenly, Earth's secret weapon activated. A giant warship unlike any other. It moved with silent power, striking the Empire's fleet and destroying several ships with ease. The tide of battle shifted. Admiral. Korak's face turned pale. What is this? How did Earth build such a weapon? Commander James smiled grimly. We were prepared. We always were. As Part 3 ends, Sarah enters the Empire's council chamber, ready to speak. Will words stop? The war? Or will battle rage on? The suspense grows. The fate of Earth hangs on a knife's edge. Asterisk Secrets of Earth unveiled. Sarah stepped into the grand chamber of the Empire's flagship. The room was cold and vast, filled with dark metal and glowing screens. Around her, the Empire's council. Members sat, their faces grim and full of doubt. She stood tall and calm. The war can end today, she said clearly. Earth does not want more bloodshed, but we will protect ourselves, and we have the power to do so. The council murmured among themselves. Some looked afraid, others angry. Then a sudden alarm blared across the ship. Outside, Earth's secret weapon moved like a ghost. It was called the Titan, a massive battleship built in hidden space docks. With technology centuries ahead of the galaxy's norm, the Titan unleashed a powerful beam, destroying an entire squadron of Empire warships in seconds. The Empire's fleet scattered in chaos. Admiral Korak clenched his jaw. This is impossible. Earth hid this from us all along. Sarah nodded. We never wanted to reveal it. But now you see, Earth is ready to defend itself, no matter the cost. The Council was stunned. Some whispered of surrender. Others still wanted to fight. But the truth was clear. Earth had the strength the Empire never expected. Back on Earth, people cheered as the news spread. Their secret was no longer hidden, but it was a symbol of hope. Sarah returned to her ship, heart pounding. The war could end, she thought, if they choose peace. But deep in the shadows of the Empire, darker plans were brewing. Some leaders would rather burn the stars than admit defeat. As Part 4 closes, a traitor sends a secret message to Earth, warning of an attack from within. The calm before the storm. What will Earth do? Will the Empire break, or will it fight to the bitter end? The story's tension climbs higher. Asterisk, the Empire's desperation. Warning message flashed urgently on Earth's command screens. A traitor within the Empire's council had betrayed them. Secret plans for a massive strike were underway aimed at Earth's distant colonies. Commander James frowned. They're desperate. When they cannot win honorably, they attack the weak. President Maya met with her generals. Our colonies are vulnerable. We must protect them, or we lose more than territory. We lose hope. Earth's battle fleets rushed to defend the outer worlds. The colonies, peaceful and thriving, now prepared for war. Across space, Admiral Korak's voice was harsh. If the Council wants defeat, they will get it. I will destroy their colonies before Earth can react. The Empire launched a surprise assault. Explosions lit the skies above the colonies as enemy ships bombarded cities and defenses. But Earth's forces were ready. Pilots flew bravely, shields held strong, and every inch of ground was fought for. Sarah watched the news from her ship, heart heavy. This war was never meant to be, she whispered. But the Empire has chosen destruction. Back on Earth, scientists worked fast to deploy new defenses and emergency aid. Civilians volunteered, showing courage even in fear. Amid the chaos, Sarah sent a message to the Empire's council. Stop this madness. There is still a chance for peace. Days passed with brutal battles, but slowly the Empire's attacks faltered. Earth's unity and strength surprised many. Admiral Korak's cold voice broke over the comms. We are beaten, for now. But this war is far from over. As Part 5 closes, the Empire's leaders send a desperate plea to Earth. They beg for mercy and ask to end the war. But Earth's answer will not be easy. The stage is set for a final choice: forgiveness or total defeat. Asterisk. Begging for mercy, the Empire's warships were battered and broken. Their once proud fleet was now a shadow of itself, scattered and weak. On the command bridge of their flagship, Admiral Korak stared at the flashing red alerts. Supplies were low, morale was shattered, and their forces were falling apart. We cannot win this war, Korak admitted, his voice heavy with defeat. We have no choice but to ask Earth for mercy. A message was sent, a humble, desperate plea to Earth's leaders. The Empire begged for peace and promised to respect Earth's laws forever. On Earth, President Maya and her council gathered in silence. The war had taken a heavy toll, but the people's spirit remained unbroken. Now the enemy was begging at their gates. Sarah watched the message carefully. They broke the treaty, attacked our colonies, and caused so much pain. But do we have the strength to forgive? The answer was clear. Earth would offer mercy, but on their terms. The Empire must surrender all weapons of war near Earth. They must never cross the ban again. And they would be watched closely. Admiral Korok's face showed relief but also fear. He knew Earth's power was real, and the price of defiance was too high. Peace talks began. Slowly, trust was built. The galaxy watched as two old enemies tried to find a new way. But Sarah knew the war had changed everyone. The scars ran deep. As Part 6 ends, a new threat rises in the shadows, watching Earth and the Empire's fragile peace. The future was uncertain. Could Earth protect itself and keep the peace it fought so hard to win? A new era begins. The stars seemed quieter now. The war was over, but its echoes lingered in every heart across Earth and the galaxy. The Empire had accepted Earth's terms. Their warships withdrew, and the great gates of Earth reopened slowly. Carefully, under strict watch. President Maya stood before the council, her voice steady. This peace is hard won. We must guard it with strength and wisdom. Earth's doors are open, but only to those who respect our laws. Across the colonies, life began to rebuild. Cities rose from the ashes, and hope sparked in the eyes of survivors. Sarah, the diplomat who had walked through the fires of war, looked out from Earth's orbit. She felt both relief and caution. Peace is fragile, she thought. We must never forget the price we paid. But in the dark corners of the galaxy, whispers spread. A new power was rising, one that watched Earth and the Empire with hungry eyes. Commander James prepared the fleet for patrols, knowing that vigilance was the price of freedom. The final words came from President Maya in her message to the galaxy. Earth stands ready to defend peace, but never at the cost of justice. We are guardians of our home and the galaxy's hope. The tale closed with Earth, shining as a beacon of strength and peace. But the future was uncertain, and new challenges awaited. The galaxy watched and waited. Asterisk.